Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, and I Divine Mother Empress Menen, King Alpha, Queen Omega, and I the children of Jah Rastafari, light of I world. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in I sight, O Jah. Yes, greetings ones and ones. Give thanks again for lending ear, so I can articulate Rastafari. Now, this word Sonia is in relation to an elder, a self-proclaimed, the international, this is how him style himself, the international ambassador for Rastafari, U.N.I.A Bunny, aka Badass, the runaway slave. No, that a theme angle where him go by. No. At some time now I lend ear and I listen to him word sound. And for one we give himself the title as an ambassador. An ambassador is supposed to be someone who basically, if he represent a country, him negotiate for the benefit of him country, or if it's an organization him supposed to benefit, him supposed to negotiate or defend the organization and put forth the organization in the most positive light as possible. Now, this elder, I'm going to call him an elder, because he's an elder for I, will proclaim himself as the Rasta ambassador. Like I say, I look a minute now, me I pray, you know. And a whole heap of things him say out of him mouth. But sometimes you have to make ones and ones talk with them on them mind and make them spill them guts or spill out them belly so you can hope as where them a come from. So I psycho profile him for a little minute now. And it come to a point now wherein a time for somebody put a bridle upon him. Because since him call himself the badass and the runaway slave. Now just them two names there alone tell me something about him. One, every horse have a rider. So I don't know who a ride him. And every slave have a master. So I don't know who a fee master. But then again, I never go say I don't know. Because you can identify them by them word sound. Because obviously, I'm going to give you a little backdrop on him. Oh, I come for pray him. Him forwarding, first time I come across him word sound is the virgin name Warwick Hill. And me take a minute to salute Warwick Hill and congratulate him. I don't know if him finished because he mentioned say him a further him studies. So knowledge is important, so we have to salute the king on that. And all the best and wish the man all the best. Now, anyway, I could go back to the badass. So upon Warwick Hill now, him jump him forward in, him slip in. And I listen to the elder because he's informative. He's very informative. So we listen to him word sound and I watch him I evolve and I talk about Rasta and the advent of Rasta through theme lens and theme trad and what within the next, cause about maybe 2-3 years now I come across him. Let's say within a year, after a year and a half after him carve out for him space on the YouTube space, yeah. and him have a following. I recognize say appear anti-Rasta vibration in my Lego. And this one will particularly bring I to the word Sonia is this word Sonia. And Una learn ears to this, and this one here, him claim self-claim, as him claim say, him a Martin a plan a son. So him claim, and Martin a plan to give him ambassadorship. That is a whole nother argument, but we're not going to touch that yet. But just listen to the ambassador and listen to him word sound.
What have Selassie done for us, Rasta? Because we can't see, brother. Me can't see nothing what Selassie have done that benefit I today. We can't see that, brother. I'm going to like somebody to help me understand that, brother. I don't know if my head gone. No. Right now, when they say these things, everybody go ahead and feel and they are trying justify His Majesty. But His Majesty, when we check out history, every time His Majesty come to the West, and white people in come blood clan live with them, mingle up with them, they never come to the West, come deal with me yet. The first time coming to the West and come to Jamaica, 1966, come deal with that. I feel the fuse and from him visitor and them time, the thing gone upside down. They turn in a church, turn a heavy other thing. Because the main objective when it come was to diffuse I. Not the lie, Rasta. Me can't see. No man can show me which program Selassie have set that is benefit in us today. The OAU, AAU, and all of the UN set. None of that benefit any African country or any black man today. And them thing I mean want to talk about right now, because them thing I make we just stand still and run like a dog and run off and tail. Nothing when His Majesty put in place a benefit Rasta today. Nothing when done. And these are the reality that Rasta man have faced and come to a new faculty. When we did that say.
Yes, ones and ones. Now, him asks a question. What have His Majesty done for Rasta? And we are going to start with female lineage. Because him say Martin a planner. Him claims a Martin a planner him father. When His Majesty come to Jamaica in 1966, His Majesty bring Rasta to prominence, starting with Fim father. Because had not His Majesty come to Jamaica, Rasta wouldn't get the spotlight where it get barring the persecution from Bustamante in a 63. Because from 63 up until the point where His Majesty come to Jamaica, Rasta under persecution. And when I say persecution, I mean blatant. When His Majesty come to Jamaica, His Majesty brought Fim father to prominence by one, invite Fim father and I hold it more the Rasta elders them in a king's house. If His Majesty never come to Jamaica and make Rasta becomes a part of Fim entourage or state visit delegation, none of the Rasta elder them and I wouldn't even know about them. According to history and according to Fim father. Because I hear that out of Fim father mouth. Fim so-called father. Because him don't even look like the man. But anyway, and my business that. We have to stick to him word sound. Now, Fim lineage get elevated because since Martin a planner him father. Alright. And the rest of elders them. Some of them even have medals up to today. Where the king give them. And the king have them a part-time delegation and rub shoulders with people who scan and look down upon Rasta back in a them time there. In a 66. So that a one thing. His Majesty elevate Rasta and stop the blatant, let me be specific, stop the blatant persecution of Rasta in a Jamaica. When them bring His Majesty to Jamaica, them bring His Majesty to Jamaica for discredit Rastafari. And His Majesty tell them, say, who am I to deny them of them faith? When them put the question to His Majesty for tell Rasta say him is not God. The king response was, who am I to deny them of their faith? So once again, the king, right then and there, the king could have denounced Rasta, but the king sanctioned Rasta on a diplomatic style. Because the king recognized who Rastafari is and what Rastafari represent. Now, another thing. Him say the king again not do nothing for Rasta. In a Jamaica, the king gave goal for the educational institution, supposed to be a university. But as you know, them Jamaican government thief already. Them thief it up and on institution when they make out it is the Selassie secondary. Now it named Selassie High School. So the king brought education and put in money, invested money into an educational institution for educational purposes. Another thing in the West, in the diaspora, the king allocated 500 gasha land in a Ethiopia place named Shashamaleland, where currently a few Rastas still live at Shashamaleland today. Now the king recognized the importance of land. So the king gave U.N.I.A land so U.N.I.A and the diaspora could have returned to Africa if so desire, specifically Ethiopia, at the first repatriation land grant to the diaspora before any other African nation has ever done that. That is another thing where the king does. So I'm giving education, emphasis, invest in education in Jamaica, and him give land for the diaspora. That is what the king do. Now, internationally, I could go and mention the OAU. After the League of Nations hypocrisy against the king, where them try use Italy to defeat the king, and the king turn around and use England for neutralize and defeat Italy along with himself. Now, name any black man who have ever done anything like that barring the king. Now, in at the time when you go back in when the king had tried throughout earth, name a black man in the 1920s and 1930s where white people are give homage to, barring the king. And me refresh some of my mind we don't recognize. In the 1920s, Jamaica don't even have independence yet. Jamaica still under colonial rule. America in America, them don't even have rights for votes. Them still are going to go through Jim Crow and segregationism. But yet still, when the king come in at them spaces here, them white people have to respect the king and give reverence to the king. So the question is, what has His Majesty done? His Majesty has given black people in a diaspora a moral boost. So them say a black man where they on equal terms with white people, and white people have to deal with them with respect. So that is a moral boost again. Now, in relation to the OAU, the Organization of African Unity, are back again after the European nation, them with the League of Nations, and defend for them interests, and I try to use psychology, psychs on the king, while them support Italy. The king outsmart them as chess player. Because what him do, he makes sure say foresight, him put Ethiopia in the League of Nations. So when Italy, with them colonial aggression and ambition come get for them piece of the pie of Africa, and them set them side from Ethiopia. Ethiopia was already in the League of Nations. And it was in the League of Nations. Because of that now, the League of Nations supposed to protect its member state. But guess what them do? Them betray the king. But the king never met that stop him. Knowledge. Because the king did already make the move on the chessboard already. So guess what now? And this is how him come on now and compel England now. Because him tell them, when him give them speech in the League of Nations, when him tell them, the match that strike in Ethiopia shall burn and burn all of Europe. And World War II come to pass and Europe did get burned. So, Jabi, obviously you don't know your story. Or, it's not that you don't know your story, you have an agenda. You have an agenda. You depend on an anti-Rasta campaign. You talk about your Rasta ambassador. You is a propagandist. You defend your master. Because he's a slave. So me know who your master is already. You have the bloodline. Because Martin Maplan is your father. A J go over your father. Yeah, he's an agent. Because you said that too. Because you are one of the one them we give Rasta the stereotype against Rasta right now. You are one of them. The bag I hear them time they were calling themselves Rasta and commit all kind of crime and criminality. And Rasta get stereotyped and labeled as criminals. Along with drug smuggling. And I know you alone. The one that we really set it. And the boy named Brother Love with the Coptic them. Because them give Rasta the international drug smuggling image. And uno add to it. Not just you alone. And when I say this, I now bun the ones and ones them do what them have to do for eat food. But now that you come and I run off your mouth and I say the things that I say about what His Majesty done for Rastafari. His Majesty have gave Rastafari identity, has given them the image where ones and ones have something to look to and can emulate. You as the Rasta ambassador, no one can emulate you. More than you chat off your mouth and winning all over the place like the ass that you claim is. Because I pay winning in your about you do. Upon this space here. Eh? What have you done for Rastafari? More than they are winning about the place. And I criticize. Let me show you got your self-serving interest, you got your anansi ways. Let me show you something about you. You're very old man where you claim say your father, you threw a man on the bus. And you come tell I and I out here say him is a compromiser, a traitor. That is what you do. No. I don't know the elder like that. And I not go call the elder all of that. The only thing, if I was I promote myself, I and myself as an ambassador like you, what I would have done is simply just stated the elders them which they did, them bring the movement as far as them can bring it to. And they did what they had to do. And enough of them, at the second generation, including your father, drop the ball. Because they make Rastafari into religion. And them becomes Rastafarians. And them start intellectualize Rastafari, bringing the intellectualism to intellectualize Rastafari and change the name from Rastafari to Rastafarian and Rastafarianism. That is where them drop the ball. But nonetheless, they did what they had to do and then bring Rasta under the religious banner to protect Rasta, because Rasta is now protected as a religion under the United States, United Nations Human Rights and Religious banner. So therefore Rasta is now protected. So I know I'm going to bring it to you now. How you benefit from Rastafari personally. Where you, when you, cause out of your mouth, your word son, when you come on this space here and say, when you're there prison in America, you lobby for Rasta get religious rights. If the elders them never declare Rasta under the religious banner, you couldn't, and the Rastas them in the prison couldn't get no representative under the religious banner. If the elders them never knew that. So yeah. So at the end of the day, and that give you You personally benefit now, you know. Where you can brag now and talk about what you do behind the system for Rasta. All of that is because of His Majesty, because of the declaration of His Majesty and the elders, them connect His Majesty to the biblical perspective. And I get religious rights through that endeavor. So you come run off, you're winning like the ass that you is. Somebody put a bridle on your mouth. That may I tell you. And revoke your Rasta ambassadorship, because you is no Rasta ambassador. You is an anti-Rasta. You come for try for derail Rasta. That's what you come for do. Because all of your words on them is not to elevate, it's to destroy. But it in you. Because Bustamante dead, blind and gone will try through persecution. So you and your little words and your agent activity. I mean I tell you the disservice what you do to Rasta now. Because when you claim say you bring in, hear what you bring in. Because out of your mouth, your words on them, I repeat, come and listen very well. I mean, there's a question you, you're ambiguous, your team, and your agent activity. Whole heap of things I say with my question. But the more I ask a question to myself, and I observe, and I listen to you, I recognize that you use an agent. You use an agent of destruction. You come for try for derail Rasta. And I know me I say what you say out of your mouth. Now let me show you something now. You say you introduce your father to Jakes from the Smithsonian. And it turned out that Jakes is an agent too. Them are part of the derailment of Rasta and the intellectualization of Rastafari. Where enough ones and ones can run in now. And I try reroute Rasta. You say you introduce me, they even know how you they are prison and get in contact with Jakes. But that is a whole nother story. That's the questions them where I pre about you. The next thing you do, you bring in a bona fax in the system and the man them. Because he was the only one at the time where we gave a bona fax him credit. Because he was the only one that took up the mantle to represent I as Rasta in the prison system. And you get your little ticket too, because you play your role. But nonetheless, who is a bona fax? A bona fax is an agent for the government. Because a bona fax is one of the one that witness against the one where you always a big up. Claudius Henry. He was one of the witness them. And you bring him, introduce him. Again, you, Jakes, now a bona fax, you introduce them people here. And you declare, say your father is a compromiser, hence a traitor. So if him and your father, the apple not fall from the tree. And you worse than Mortimer Planner. Because the sound them come out of your mouth, Mortimer Planner never let go them sound there yet. To you reach the point now where you talk about new faculty. That means when you are trying to do now, you and the rest of them will want to follow you, you know. You want to take the king out of Rastafari. It is Rastafari who gave His Majesty who gave Rastafari relevance, where them could have utilized the image and the person and connect the person back to the biblical sense where Rastafari can fall under the religious banner for survival. So how you are going to take out the king out of Rastafari? And enough I don't know I claim the name Rastafari. The name Rastafari come from the king himself. Before him take on the title as His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie. So how you are going to try to take out the king out of Rasta? Eh? You see me I tell you about you again. You are winning all over the place and I chat off your mouth. But now that you ask, now you get your answer. Because if it wasn't for Rastafari, if it wasn't for the king, your father would have been non-account. Your father wouldn't be relevant. And therefore you couldn't slip in now. And I claim say I'm your father. And therefore ones and ones give ears to you. Because you're Mortimer Planner's son. And this is why you get the ears. Pan this space here. But now you come now with your agent activity and your informer ways too. Because you're an informer too. I'm going to tell you why I call you informer too. out of your own mouth. You chat off your mouth on Sizzler. And when a Sizzler soldier them see you move towards you in the street. I don't know whatever happen because out of your mouth. I don't even too care about that either. But nonetheless, you run come from social space and a ball out. And a soldier move them there. You love chat off your mouth and talk about your name. Badass and your gun and your gun and your gun. You're not supposed to live in social space a dry snitch. Because of that the Yankee them call it dry snitching. And that you are do. Another account, another elder. I don't even remember the elder name. But anyway, you chat off your mouth on the elder. And you claim say you tell the truth. And the next thing me hear you depend social space. I talk about the man spot and what the man are doing there. The man hustling activity. You come on social space, a ball that out. Eh? You know, since an informer works at your depend. He's an agent. You're not an ambassador for Rasta. He's a self-serving individual. He's a Nancy. You don't represent Rasta. Because if you represent Rasta, it'll be more diplomatic. Yes, Rasta have it faults. And yes, there's a whole lot of things that Rasta need to do. Forget it together towards the struggle and the movement towards liberation. And yes, we fall short. But nonetheless, that not give you the right if you try to come denounce the king or I try to denounce Rasta coming with a new faculty. What is a new faculty? Eh? What is your new faculty? Your new faculty is to come try destroy Rastafari. You're not diplomatic enough. You don't have what it takes. And when me and these things when me I say when you say your words on them on the social space, because I listen well. You can't stop Rastafari and you can't take the king out of Rastafari. Because the king is one to be emulated and I emulate the king. Because the king don't show I some knowledge and show I how to defeat white people. You know, so the king of England do the king bidding. Restore back the king on him throne. When they talk about the king and rub up shoulders with white people. White people have all of the technological will to help modernize Ethiopia and the king dep on them diplomatic rounds. I deal name a black nation at them time there, we could have helped the king. The only thing black people have at them space and time there is numbers. We have numbers because we outnumber white people. But we don't have no direction. And the king come now and come set the thing with the oil and show them using him, the sacrifice that him make when them go against the king. And the king bear the pressure. And for sure I as a light to and say, see them people here, we have to have our own institution for protect I interests, the organization of the African Union, for gather all of the Ant Nation continent together as a powerful space. And then put the headquarters in Ethiopia so he can govern it and be the righteous leader that him is and instruct the other, the Jomo Kenyatta, Mandela, Nyerere, Julius Nyerere and all of them, and Kenneth Kaunda, all of these African stalwarts. Salute the king. Who is you? What you do for Rasta? Other than as you call yourself Rasta Vanguard. The only thing you would do attain Rasta image in the global space. That's all you would do. Runaway slave. Badass. If you take off all the jaw for your name too. Because you're not no Rasta. You don't represent Rasta no way you know. Only thing you would do based on what you say out of your mouth, because your words sound me listen to. You only cultivate the negative stereotype with your drug selling and all of them things. And this make clarity too. I born the one them we go hustle and do what them have to do for surviving in this system here. This oppressive system was set by white man. And them learn from them master because white people are thieves and criminals. So all of the criminal activity we learn it from white people. But nonetheless, in relation to you, I talk about your Rasta ambassador, because at that level them I talk to you upon. That is the level. You come on this space and everything you talk about, your gun. And upon this, me hear you say out of your word sound when you get arrested in about 76, thereabout, or 79. Somewhere down there so you get arrested. And you tell me say you in one club. And you in the club with a machine pan you. And before you recognize, police dive upon you and disarm you and lock you up and send you to prison. Or if it be so bad and your vigilance so poor that police can street you upon you. But guess what? And a body now. Afraid. You're afraid for dead. So you put up passive resistance and them lock your ass up. And you go do your time. And while you do your time, we're going to give you credit. Because guess what? You have the audacity, you have the mind to lobby for Rasta get rights in the prison. You and the rest of want them. So we have to give you kudos. But at the same time, Jabby. I never call you Jabby, badass, slave. Because somebody, like me say again, somebody need to put a bridle on you and put you out to pastor. Because you do Rasta a disservice with your words on this space here. And that I have to say to you. You dig me I come from? And like you that say, you love say, this is your favorite son. When you talk, no dog bark. But lion ain't a dog. A lion a roar upon you. And you love tell one and one for stand down. And you for stand down. Them somebody like again, me say them put a bridle upon you and put you out to pastor. Because you're a disservice to Rastafari right now. You see it? Anyway, enough of you. Right now, this word Sonia is to revoke your ambassadorship. Because you are not a Rasta ambassador, because you're not defend Rasta. You have your own agenda. You have your master's agenda. Because you're an agent. Because you don't tell we already say. You was an agent for PMP and you was an agent for GLP. And you go to South Africa as an agent. And you tell me that. And you don't declare because you don't show your father and your so-called father on the bus. And tell me say your father is an agent. Your father is a compromiser. And you tell me these things span this space here. So you see me I come from Bridging. And you if you put out the past and go. Because you not represent Rasta. Your ambassadorship get revoked right at this moment. Yeah. Since you can appoint yourself as a Rasta ambassador, I can revoke your ambassadorship. You don't represent Rastafari. Yeah, man. And we're going to seal it upon that. Know that Rastafari is yours. No one gave it to you. Rastafari without apology. Selah.